Hello, good evening, and welcome to IberoDocs 8th edition, Ibero-American Documentary Film Festival of Scotland. My name is Rivas. I'm one of the programmers of the festival. I'm excited to be here tonight for the international premiere of Las Edades Sensibles a la Luz. Here with me on screen is Lou, who is providing BSL interpretation. She's a young woman with a black t-shirt and short hair with a black background. Sorry, I forgot to describe myself. I'm a young white man with short hair. I'm wearing a green shirt, and I have behind me a white background wall with a poster of one of my favorite films, Visa Travesti. Okay, so this chat will be in Spanish as it is the mother language of the directors. If you would like to listen to this conversation in English, please activate the interpreting function that can be accessed via the globe symbol at the bottom of your screen, or if you're using a mobile phone with a left swipe. Bueno, pues
okay,
cambiando
let's
al
change
español,
into Spanish.
Quería, bueno, repito que es el
This is the international premiere of the Light Sensitive Ages. This film can be watched in the whole UK, Ireland, and also Spain, Portugal, and Latin America. This film comes with Acción Cultural Española sponsorship. And today, we have the two directors of the film, Violeta, Pagán, and Pedro, Sara. Hi, how are you? Hi, good evening. We're pleased to be here with you today. Hi, I'm Violeta. I have a frame with a background full of birds. Hi, I'm Pedro. My description is similar to Mon's. I have short hair with white hairs. I have a mustache because my child wants me to seem like a fighter. I'm wearing a gray jacket, and I'm very happy to be here with you. Great, welcome. So we will be waiting for the comments and questions from the audience. But I would like to begin by asking you some questions about this wonderful movie. I don't know if you saw that the festival, the theme, turns around the art as a need to challenge the stereotypes concerning art, you know, its shapes, and how art it's a friend for us, and it's very needed in our lives. Of course, in cinema, the fact of shooting is thought of as a therapy. So can you tell us about the festival this year? So the truth is that these things happen, that out of a sudden, both in the film and in the motive of your festival, the art is considered as a transforming fact, because art transforms us, and that's what our film talks about, how a group of young boys and girls are in a situation of vulnerability and social exclusion risk. They are teenagers between 15 and 21 years old who come from very difficult backgrounds, minor migrants who have no family, teenage women who are pregnant boys and girls who don't have a family and have still a life before their eyes, and they don't have a good background where they can develop. So in a certain way, cinema helps them from the screening to the shooting until the exhibition and the premiere in a cinema. It's a resilience and empowerment feeling for them, so that they can be seen and be heard, not from a victim point of view, how we as a directors see these misfit children. So they take the lead and they make decisions. And we see that in the film, how through art they are able to find the path. The title already says it, light sensitive to ages. We see teenagers as the worst, and we have to forget about this time of our lives. And for us, youth is the time of our lives where there's a window of opportunities, where there's a place for beauty, and those who are surrounding it, we should not unprivilege them from this. For me, a flower in a hand means being smart and being able to take advantage of a situation and to find their inner teacher. We usually look at life from a gray point of view. We are depressed, and sometimes it's because we forget that there's light in this area of our life. I'm sorry, I go around the bushes. It's my passion. It's been beautiful, Violeta. To contextualize how you work, Pedro, maybe you can tell us. I will start and then you continue. The film is the result of the first project of this school, promoted by Cinemateca de Madrid. And within your goals, you want to get teenagers closer to cinema between 15 and 21 years old who are unemployed or have no studies. And you try to make them interested in cinema and in all those things Violeta told us about. You know, this project took place also in Salamanca, and you make it possible. So could you tell us a little bit how this project evolved? Well, it's a project which was born in Salamanca, a minor school, where we shape this methodology and a film which is still to be to have the premiere, which was which the protagonists were the minors in the center, and we are still managing some issues, but I think they should be able to express themselves through art, because giving this expression, not allowing a woman to express herself through a movie, it's not fair. So then let's move on to Cineteca. where we built this school of cinema, and we based it on a methodology which intends to not to copy cinema structures, but to find our own way. We see many experiences of young teenagers and children, and these experiences are almost impossible to talk about, and especially it's difficult to find someone who wants to listen to them. And when these experiences transform into art, in this case a film for the cinema, since this movie is based on their own experiences, and then they become a movie where reality and fiction melt. And as you were saying, cinema is to know, but also to dream. And when these hurting experiences become art, what happens is that they create an interest from the audience. For instance, in this wonderful festival, from people who will be interested in watching the film and will get to know these experiences. So these students who made this film will not feel so alone as before. So in this case, cinema is healing them, is making them find a new channel of communication with a public who is interested in an artistic work, not in a criminal life, as we can see in the media. They move from being occupation objects to creative objects with critic capacity to defend a work and to talk about it. So they are not only with companion, but also it favors their developing through their lives. And we hope that they can use this experience as a good memory, and to remember that they can work together, and that they can find a safe space where they can cry, they can talk, and they can empathize with their colleagues that with time we usually forget. And when this experience goes through the filter of cinema, then suddenly we can see all that light that they have inside. And when we show these situations with the appropriate measures, through these children that have this creative capacity and that have been protagonists of these processes that are fundamental in life, such as migration, those are films that are very sensitive, and I think they are very important for the audience because there's little chances to hear to these cases, and cinema always leaves open windows. And we don't tell about everything, but you can see it. Thank you very much. The truth, Pedro and Violeta, your explanation was wonderful. I think when we watched this film, we were very excited about it. And the situation in Madrid, who are in the situation of teenagers with no adult companions. And we have this week to appreciate the sensitiveness of these children. So we have 5 minutes left. And since I have some comments from the audience, I would like to share them with you, so we can connect with them also. One question is saying that the children learned a lot about filming this movie, and what did you learn from working with them? Well, I think it's a wonderful question. Thank you for asking it. I think it's a collective process, and what these boys teach us every day are many things, but I will go to the specific. We have to rethink artistic education as a right, not only the typical school for people who can afford it, but art should get to everyone, to all the citizens. And we know this works. If you give the opportunity, it works. And what these boys and girls teach me is that people are able to rewrite and re-edit our own stories, despite we are limited by fact. Even if something horrible happened and I cannot erase it, then I will be able to rewrite it, re-edit it, and be able to tell it as many times as I want and tell the versions I want. And that broadens the significance of my life and liberates me, frees me. It's something that, well, there's so many things. And the capacity, the intelligence that they have, each of them, boys and girls that have had to cross the ocean to be here, and they are alone, and every day they wake up and they have so much power that we need to see it. We should all have a light surrounding, and we have to awake and realize that there are these people, these marvelous people. It's impossible to add anything else to what Violeta said, because it's perfect. And as a filmmaker, also for my personal life, but as a filmmaker, I experience many things every day. I learn so much from them, and the stories they tell us about can't be paid with money. Okay, so to finish with, let's see another question from the public. Which is the biggest personal growth of the children during the shooting? Well, I think the biggest one was the discovery of their capacity to create artwork together, and that work raised an interest in the public. And we speak of being in festivals. I think this is very important because it increases their confidence, and also of creating other projects. And also listening to everyone else, to the whole group, to know that you're not alone. Would you like to add something else, Violeta? Well, for me, I would like to claim that cinema is beautiful, and also to enhance the beauty of the rare, the different, and that cinema are many things, and we can rediscover and reinvent and also play with it. We have the right to do it. Yes, well, we also claim this the freedom and the LGTB group, and we share your values. We have to stop here. I would have loved to keep talking to you. I think we could have been talking for half an hour or even more. It's been a great dialogue, and I wanted to remember everyone else. And for those who will listen to it, to the recording, the Q&A will be available in YouTube and in social networks. And the film, you can watch it in the next 48 hours in all the territories I mentioned before until Thursday at 6. So to sum up, I would like to thank you, Violeta and Pedro, for collaborating. And I'm looking forward to see your new projects. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. And I wish you the best luck. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.